Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles, here today at Bressingham Steam Gardens for the 2023 Model Railway Show. Right, so as with the narrow gauge show, the layouts are in the exhibition hall, so they've brought out some of the vehicles that would normally be in here to make some room for the layouts. Let's have a wander around. First one is a March in Time.
Oh, right. Just control. We'd have to be doing something because I've got the kid for it.
Fantastic layout. Then we've got Botterill Sink Yard. Fantastic O gauge layout. I'm just going to put the microphone down so you can hear the sound.
Cost 20. There we go. Who's that? It's got lights as well. It's lights at the back. It's a dream.
That's the front now. It's got lights at the front too.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And this is a layout for Thomas, and you can see this is a self-control.
They've even got a helicopter. Mine is broken. Toby's in the shower. I am on it. I'm looking. Oh yes, I see the alligator now. Come on. Oh, there's a word for... Oh.
And hornby 3-rail. You might have seen my little series on a layout that I've been building on my dining room table with the hornby 003 rail. I've also done a few restorations on some engines that had varied success.
Yeah, post-war, I think, really.
Right, let's go round into the next room. It's a little bit quieter now. Earlier on when I filmed a lot of the footage, it was very busy. I think this one has to be my favourite layout here. Hornby 00. Again, 3-rail.
Daft, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely one of my favourite layouts. This is what I was intending with the 3-rail that I was doing, to try and keep it all period, but mine's kind of gone a little bit by the wayside with a lot of Metcalf kits on there. But maybe I'll bring it back on track one day. Certainly some fantastic stock on here. There's definitely something about the sound of these old trains thundering around the track. This one's beautiful, look at that.
Lost their shoes.
Right, okay, they could take that, yeah. Well, I'm so pleased that that little bit hiccup is gone for the time being. Well, I don't understand it really. Oh, yeah.
What have you done with it? You're still talking to him.
The thrones are getting together. There we go. If you get down there.
And this layout we saw at Shenfield last week, which is Koru, which is a beautiful 009 gauge layout. And they're fairly on there, beautiful. I think these Bachmann engines are absolutely superb, look at that.
That's only a small sample. This is the triple O, isn't it? This is, or end gauge, isn't it? Huh?
So the scale is the same colour, it's narrow gauge, same size.
Oh, is he? I thought I'd do him an end gauge at our house till I saw the price of it.
It's all expensive these days.
Terrifying.
A rail coach coming around the corner, sorts. Lovely layout. American outline, Drayton Valley, end gauge.
They look good until September. We've been down half days.
Did you pay for the membership or were you still at the
This is a double-sided layout. Let's come around the other side and show you. Yeah, very well done. Very nice. Got the B&E model railways. Lots of stock in here. Now, when I came to the narrow gauge show earlier in the year, I was struggling a little bit with lighting here. Doesn't seem to be too bad today. I don't know what's slightly different, but it does seem to be a little bit lighter. And as we can see the layouts a little bit better. Now, this is Night Layers Drove. This layout is huge. Give some idea of the length of this. If I just walk along it, you can get a feeling for how long this really is. And then the fiddle yard on the end here. So as I keep saying at these exhibitions, how on earth do they move these things? I mean, obviously this does come apart into sections, but even so, to get it here in one piece is certainly a feat in itself, I should imagine.
No, we've got that bad end of the exhibition. Yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah, we go. Dr. Chris, which one's this one? Which one is it? Change it. Thank you.
Well, I'll leave that one, there's not a lot going on it. And another fiddle yard at this end as well. This is beneluxrailways.org.uk. Really did like this one. It's sort of obviously European outline. The sightseeing boat on the front here. You see the engine disappearing between the buildings. And March and District Model Railway Car, mean sidings. Now this layout is again got a controller on this side of it so that the viewers can control it. And the footage I'm about to put in, there's a young lad on here controlling the locos and made a fantastic job of shunting the wagons around the yard. I was quite impressed. Not bad.
Stop. Stop. Now go forward. And when you get to about here, that truck gets there, stop.
Thought we'd lost you. How we doing? Is he? Reversing it up, is he?
Stop.
Oh.
Now go forward.
Oh.
Stop.
Impressed. This one here, which is Purgatory. This is again American outline N gauge.
not the height.
I'll go and grab you one.
This one's quite fun. This is Disney World theme park.
No, it says no.
The touching stuff.
Yeah, well, it's so, well, I have to say this has been quite a lot of work just to get to this point. Cutesy value of it.
No problem.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Through the sea. Get the helicopter going.
Yeah, lots of fun, that one. So I mentioned last time when we were here, this is the Krupp 15-inch gauge that used to run round the Waverley line, which is one of the lines they have here in Bressingham. Its brother or sister loco is currently under restoration. We'll go over and have a look at that in a minute because I'm interested to see how that's getting on. But yeah, I do remember riding behind this when I was a youngster when I came here. And just in case you didn't see the other video on Bressingham, I will take you in here. So this is just Bressingham's own collection of models. That printing press there. There's a beautiful traction engine model down the bottom here. Full collection of Mammoth, and then Wilsco as well. Model of the APT that always fascinates me. I think this is one of the sales models, you know, that they put in for advertising, that kind of thing. We've got various locos in the cabinet here, and a series of models down here. And this lovely model down here, which I think is the one that one of my viewers donated to the museum. Then we've got more of the Mammoth engines, another beautiful traction engine over here. And then at the top cabinet here, the Mammoth lorries, fire engine, the car, and then the Mammoth steam engines. The 3.5-inch Hornby rocket, and again steam engines over there. And then this beauty over here, which is Doris. And then again more different locos in here. Some 3-rail at the top there, and yeah, fantastic room, fantastic collection in here. If you can come to Bressingham, I mean, if you can, please do support the museum. I was talking to somebody earlier, and it has had some hard times, well, like most businesses during the COVID, but it's a fantastic place, and you know, with 3 or 4 railways running all in steam and all of this to look at. Normally in this building would be the Dad's Army collection, which is basically all the vehicles from the film Dad's Army are in here, and as I say, they move them out on a day like this so that they can use the space for the show. The steam launch here, Bressingham Princess. Quite difficult to get far enough away to get it in shot. You get the feeling. Right, I'm going to go upstairs now because there's some layouts up there. This is the Advent Modelers. Demonstration of modelling there. Let's just head up the stairs. Beautiful live steam layout here. I filmed this layout quite a bit at the narrow gauge exhibition. This is actually a permanent layout here. This one doesn't move, but it's the Suffolk Borders Light Railway. Narrow gauge modelers.
Yes.
Another permanent layout here at the museum is the bridge, which is Barnum from 1876 to 1960. And again, I did film this on the 009 gauge exhibition, but I thought I'd do it again today because it is a fantastic layout. I mean, it is huge. It is huge. Now I'm having to film through these viewing windows because obviously with this being permanently set up, you have to protect the layout from wandering fingers. So it does have these viewing windows on the front. I'm going to try and give you some idea of the size of this. We just come around the end, film the length of it, and you get some idea of how big this layout really is. Absolutely huge.
Lovely for now.
They've got this beautiful model of this threshing machine. So I do have a video on the channel of a model similar to this running at one of the country fairs I was at, run by Steam Engine. Absolutely amazing, amazing model. Traction engineer, another loco, and yeah, the whole of this upper floor is all full of different bits of memorabilia that have been collected over the years. I don't know how much of this is actually coming out on the camera because it's reflecting a lot. I'll tell you a story about this particular traction engine. So when I was probably 10, 11, 12 maybe, I saw this in this museum, this model in this museum, and I went home and I drew it on a piece of paper, and I've still got that drawing somewhere. Obviously it was a drawing with a 10-year-old, but it was done on a drawing board with compasses and set squares and things, so you know, it wasn't too bad, but it was a 10-year-old drawing, and I wanted to build one, and it was always my ambition to build one. And yeah, as you've seen from my thumbnail and you know, the introduction to this channel, I actually ended up, I didn't build one from scratch, but I did buy a box of bits, which was a box of bits from a Marquee engine, 1-inch Marquee engine. I had to make a couple of pieces for it, but it was literally somebody's project, and they'd started it, and obviously it never got finished, and it was sold to me as scrap. And yeah, after several painstaking months putting it all back together, making a few bits for it, I finally got it steaming, and indeed that's what you can see in the advert for the channel. This is quite a nice view, looking down the hall here, and you can see, yeah, as I say, normally there'd be vehicles parked in here from the Dad's Army and a couple of traction engines. Some of the major stuff, like the post office carriage, is still in here because obviously that can't be moved very easily, and there's a traction engine down the bottom here. But yeah, as I say, most of the vehicles get moved out of here in order to bring in all the layouts for the model show. Right, let's head down here. Steamroller, very novel. Model of a steam tractor here, or steam lorry. Here we've got a burrel ploughing player. See the other one at the other end there, and indeed the model plough in between. We've got a living wagon. If you're not familiar with these, they'd park a pair of traction engines, one at each end of the field, and then using the big pulley underneath, they drag the plough back and forth to each other. Right, let's just head down this way. We've got International Model Railways Limited. A vast array of stock here. 00 N gauge, and then at the end there 009. Whole selection of 009. And on their stand they do have a little layout here called Woodthorpe Light Railway. Part of the museum, there are these sort of fascias and various things outside. Here we've got a couple of bikes and a penny farthing. I think I've already mentioned the Advent modelers. And this one's called Pitsford Yard. I really do like this one. This was another American layout line, but very, very exquisitely put together.
Yeah, we built it. At any rate.
move the microphone towards the entrance so you can hear the sound. And then we've got North Rockaby. Another stall selling lots of bits for your railway. Got a stall here with different engagement wagons on. And the Broadland Model Railway Club bought this huge layout. Quite unique with the boat going round in the middle here, and you'll note the bridge, and there's a little sensor underneath, and as the boat goes over, the bridge rotates to allow the boat through. But yeah, how on earth you move something this size, I have no idea.
Put it all up. Oh yeah. So we rent an industrial unit. So that's useful.
then we put the first motor on, and the magnetic field from the motor, and you look and trigger the reset. So the bridge opens every time. So I had to reposition all the switches. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah. No, you prioritise the wear-ups, yeah. Yeah. The track either side of the bridge, just in case somebody gets it wrong, there's got isolation sections. Yeah, turns down Down the run around, back then, push it in there, and once it's leaving, passing the water, and then come round to there, and then put it back out. Yeah, of course, yeah.
You see the tractor here. Oh, sorry, it's not a tractor, it's a fire pump. It's a 1912 Dennis fire pump. My mistake, I'm sorry. Here we've got Foxvale. Fantastic engage layout, and yeah, probably just about the right size for moving.
I never look in here. Oh, I will.
Where's he missing again?
No, he's got to the toilet. He's hopping around.
Another one.
You can scale down the layout.
All over the carpet. So there's something right.
Let's look at Little Sefton. Nice little low gauge layout. Nice little shunting yard here. Got St Saviour Street. End gauge layout.
Look at this, Mum. This could be the big station.
And then at the end here, Brightling Sea.
Some of the buildings.
This one's end gauge again, but this is the railway that ran over the sea, Hayling Island. And quite interesting in the fact that all of stock all consist of terriers.
Oh, I see.
And obviously Martello
Can't get past that.
is outside.
Far from this blade. Yeah. That blade. That's so that's cheap and cheerful and
Then he could just.
Outside track with no car on that track.
No, I see.
That's the idea. That's the method of my madness.
If I just zoom in on the top here, along the top shelf, you'll see all of the stock.
No, you say
Yeah, indeed, all terriers. Fantastic. This one over here is Little Cone, and we looked at this. I think this was in Shenfield a couple of weeks ago, and based on the Cone Valley Railway.
Yeah, well,
Remember, this was the one with the windmill.
what club are you from?
Pardon?
What club? Are you a club or not?
So we are members of the Bressingham Steam Railway Club.
Oh, Braintree.
Yes. But this is our own personal layout.
Yeah, who you frequent the Sudbury here?
We know Sudbury, yeah?
Yeah. You're not at the next weekend?
No.
It's our shows this day.
Yeah.
Your shows?
Shut down. So early this year we started taking it out. So it's been to a couple of shows with us, and then a couple of shows under its own owner.
So it's based on Easters?
Yeah.
Lovely.
You know in particular.
No, that's
Great.
yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So we've suffered.
What? Yeah, that's lovely today. I'll feel lovely. This is actually yeah, I can go yeah, so you know where he's done all right.
Yeah.
He's so good, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the area hasn't really got much non-shops anymore, is it really? Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's all culture there, isn't there? Is it?
Thank you for one by one and thank you for one. Yeah.
Oh, we don't know. So really then, that's why he's picking up some bits and pieces. He's overhead.
Again, in terms of the fascias in here, we've got the post office. If I go in here, you can see this is actually done out like a sweet shop. And over the back here, there's David Cook Models and Toys. So this is the fascia. And behind that is Bressingham's model trains that I showed you slightly earlier. And you can see at the top here it says, "You can fly it if you buy it." David Cook Toys and Models. And then we got the printing press has got its own fascia there. It says Cut Press Printers, Ormington on Sea. Right, I'm going to head across now and have a look in the train shed. I want to see how the other Krupp engine is coming on in its restoration. So let's take a stroll over there.
Mummy, why is he so very slow?
It's quite powerful, though. He goes quite fast. All those people, isn't he? He's slow. Look at him.
So as I said, in the other exhibition hall they have all the vehicles from Dad's Army, and this indeed is the Dad's Army fire engine built in 1935. It's a Leyland Cub open pump escape, and yeah, it's been moved into here today, obviously to make room for the model railway layouts. These huge wheels, look. Right, and this is the I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of the engine, but this is the other Krupp engine that used to run on the Waverley line, and clearly the tender's coming on very quickly. Their frames are on there over the back, so it doesn't seem to have progressed massively since before. Let's see if I can get around the front of the engine and get a better view. Oh, saying that, look, we've got the cylinders back on. I don't think they were on the last time we came in. That's great to see some progress. The Martello have a very distinct exhaust note. Beautiful, beautiful engine. We've got an Easton and Anderson beam pumping engine, built in 1870. To the left here, we've got Granville. There's a whole load of stationary engines here. Got a William Arrol and Co. Horizon pumping engine. What's this over there? A Turney steam turbine, that's the one in the middle. Can't read some of these, they're too far away from me. A Marshall horizontal engine. And the grey item in the middle there is a Luke and Spencer grinding machine. Used in the old, sorry, let me start that again. Used in the old Norwich power station for sharpening tools. A Marshall horizontal engine used to drive a line shaft and was linked to machinery and laundry in Saffron Walden, Essex. And this is an opened reaction steam turbine. So the red end is where the steam enters, and then it exhausts at the blue end. We got a Vernon and Guest horizontal mill drive. This was used in a sawmill in Boxmoor, Herts, to drive 10 saws, a pump, and the flywheel is 3.65 metres or 12 feet in diameter. And then down the bottom here we've got a Worthing and Simpson pump. Used another Worthington and Simpson pump over the back there. And then this here is a Bells and Morecon steam generator. And this is one of my favourite bits in here. This is the Hospital, the Gallopers Hospital. And indeed there are many bits of the Gallopers here in various bits of states of restoration. I think I've said before, one of my favourite engines at Bressingham is the Garrett. So this is a Beardsley Colliery Bayer Garrett 04040, built in 1937, and is the only standard gauge Bayer Garrett articulating locomotive remaining in Britain. And it's an absolute beast. Quite difficult to get the whole thing in shot, especially with the steam launch, which is the Bressingham Queen parked in front. But I'll try and walk down the side of it, and yeah, indeed, fantastic looking engine. So there's two bogies at either end with the cylinders mounted to it, and they articulate through a fixed boiler in the middle. This one was called, I forget the name of it now, William Francis, I think. Yes, William Francis. but it needed a little bit of TLC, I think, at some point. Right, let's just walk around these carriages. These are the royal carriages. So I think I filmed these last time I was here, so I don't propose to do too much of this again. But we'll just have a quick look inside. So this is what conventionally comes on the Hornby royal cars. And I forget whose coach this was. I think this was the Duke of Edinburgh. Let's see what it says. It was built in 1957 and used by the Queen's Private Secretary and Lady in Waiting, and then by the Prince of Wales, obviously King Charles. Again, here's Granville. This is Queen Alexandra's coach, dating from 1902. Let's come back down here. A fantastic Thundersleigh built in 1909 at Darlington Works. Yeah, that's right. So this was number 80, was delivered directly to the Imperial Internal Exhibition World's Fair at Shepherd's Bush, which it was adorned with the special lavender livery and temporarily named Southend-on-Sea. Thundersleigh was later in 1911, Thundersleigh was decorated in a fine style to celebrate the coronation of King George V. And indeed, this one does have the Southend nameplate on the front there. Liverpool Street that side. Southend on that side. There's somebody welding next door. That's what the noise is. That's there's a shot of the royal coach there. A GER Class 26 LNER Class 4 built in 1895 at Stratford Works. So obviously GR, Great Eastern Railway. Its number 490 was the last of the 240 locomotives to remain in revenue service on British Railways till 1959. And this is a GER, again Great Eastern Railways, Class S56 LNER Class J69. All the numbers up on the wall here. What an appropriate piece of music for a carousel. And out in the yard here's a full-size threshing machine. Another traction engine undercover. I'm just walking up to the signal box, which is open today. I'm not sure if I've seen this open before. I don't recall going in here. But I should be able to get some really good pictures of Martello as it goes past. I'm going to claim my spot on the balcony here. the signal box. So you can see the lever frame here, and this is Cambridge South this box was from. We've got a token machine at the end here for one-way travel, and obviously just here the stove. I find this in a lot of the model kits, this type of stove. It's quite interesting. Just on my way out, and I've just seen Pier Gynt with its driving lights on. Yeah, it's lovely to see. Love to see that in Steam. Sadly, it's just sitting here. But at least it's undercover. And I mentioned this one last time, which is the star of the Tarzan show, with all of these bits and pieces on the front here, being fitted by Hollywood rather than Railway Museum. See over the back there, Legend of Tarzan. So those that are not aware, Alan Bloom was a horticulturalist and owned a big nursery for plants and seeds and what have you. And his other passion obviously was steam. So these are the gardens to his house, which is just over there. And I mean, you can see how beautiful the planting is. It's absolutely amazing. And he built the steam gardens around this, and I don't very often come for a walk in here because there's obviously too much machinery to look at, but I thought today I've got a few minutes, I'll just come over and show you some of these plants and try and catch the garden railway as it goes past. I think there's a clearing just up here. We're right next to a main road now, so unfortunately I am picking up noise from the road. Right, and we've got the garden line. Runs all the way down here. Just hold on a minute and see if we get a train coming. Indeed, this engine is called Alan Bloom. Right, I'm going to get back through the garden because I've got lots of insects all around me. I think I'm standing in mosquitoes. Get out of there. Just look how peaceful it is here. Say just a shame about the road noise. You still hear the steam engines just over the top of it. The gardens are quite extensive, they do go on quite a long way. And if you do come to Bressingham, don't forget, just bring a picnic and come and sit in the gardens. Gives a nice break during the day. And if you are into gardening, they do have days when the railways aren't running, so you can come and have a look around the gardens. There's also a big garden centre next door. It says here, get a book from their website, www.foggybottomgarden.co.uk, written by Adrian Bloom. So the one we just went through, that's the winter gardens, and Foggy Bottom I think is a garden that's slightly further on. Well, I've never had a bad day at Bressingham, and today's no exception. The gardens are amazing, the steam engines running all around, the gallopers, the sights, the smell, the sounds of all the whistles going around you. It's just an amazing place. And today obviously extra special with all of the model railways that are here. and how people, you know, they move these fantastic layouts without things being broken. I have no idea, but I'm really grateful that they do. So thank you to everybody who brought their layouts along. Without you putting in the effort, then there wouldn't be these shows for us to come to, so thank you. For me, if you've enjoyed this video, please check out some of the other videos on my channel, and if you can consider subscribing, I'll be really grateful. It really would help me out and help the channel out, and above all, it gives me encouragement to carry on making them. So anyway, we'll leave this one there. Again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.